last topic is uh, performance evaluation parameters for e-commerce companies. And this topic is bit lengthy. It will take 3 or 4 sessions to complete. But in detail, we have to see in the entire topic how e-commerce as a business entity is much better, easier, user friendly, technically advanced, and saving our time, effort, and money compared to the traditional methods that is included in the performance evaluation parameters of e-commerce. At first, in the beginning only, we should know what all are the basics of e-commerce, how it works for any person residing any corner or nook of the world, and how easy to use it. You must have seen that these days, even if you want sports shoes, formal shoes, t-shirt, jeans, apparel, any type of, any variety of, you can just click on internet. You will see n number of varieties. You can bargain there. You can have your own choice of price, and you can order it, and they will be giving you door delivery. I am talking of Amazon, Flipkart, and certain food products also, ready to serve, ready to cook, are given us on door delivery basis just because we are using internet. Now, features of e-commerce includes the very first thing is ubiquity. Ubiquitous means present in all direction, north, east, west, south. Ubiquity is stating available just about everywhere at all time. E-commerce or internet is available 24 by 7. And this feature of internet has given facility throughout the world. Now, what happens when half the world is going through night time, another half is having daytime? Many of my previous students I have seen, they work for ICICI banks and HDFC, most of the private banks I mean to say, and they are looking after customers residing in America, residing in other part of the world where there is daytime. So for that reason, they have to work entire night for night shift only. And because internet is available, because certain softwares are available for their work, they have smooth or ease of doing business. Just they have to work in a night shift. Now, what is ubiquity explained here? Technology dimension in ubiquity suggests that internet is available everywhere, at work, at home, and elsewhere via mobile device anytime. It may be mobile device, it may be laptop, it may be personal computer, what you have purchased, what you are using at your home. Now, mobile as a device is providing internet, that may be Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, or Google search engine. And through that search engine, you can go for anything you want to know, anything you want to buy, anything you want to learn, any information you want to have. This is what, because of ubiquity and portability of mobile, you can keep it in your purse, you can keep it in your pocket, you can carry it in your hand. That's the reason internet technology is available at home, at work, and elsewhere via mobile. Business significance, how it is beneficial because of its portability and because of its availability. Internet as a availability and portability or movability, anywhere you can move it. How it benefits in business, marketplace is created or extended beyond traditional boundaries and removed from a geographic location. Now, we will take one simple example. You are in plan to buy branded shoes, that may be Bata, Adidas, Red Tape, Woodland, whatever brand you can quote for example. Instead of visiting that showroom and looking into racks with different price tags and visiting 3 4 uh, uh, retail outlets at a time and spending your half day, spending almost 3 4 hours, will be saved if you are using internet, clicking on buying shoes, and Amazon or Flipkart or any website which is selling shoes will display n number of varieties, and you can click one by one and you can choose the brand which you want at your affordable price. This is what business significance internet has given. Instead of visiting retail store, instead of visiting office, instead of visiting marketplace, instead of visiting workplace, you can have your work, you can get your purpose served just by sitting at your home. This is one advantage we have to think at the moment. What disadvantage it is having? Are we able to touch the product? Are we able to see it through our eyes by taking it into hand, looking it from different dimensions, upper, lower, side? These all disadvantages we will talk later on. But business significance on account of internet is, instead of going into any particular place, marketplace, retail store, workplace physically, we can have that work done any time of the day just by sitting at home. The second significance of business significance is shopping can take place anywhere. Yes, when you are in Mumbai, but you are residing in Pune, for some purpose, you had been to Mumbai and you want to buy something that should be delivered at your home address. You can click on the Amazon.in or Flipkart and you can order it by paying through phone pay, internet banking, or debit card. The same will be delivered to your said address, whatever it may be, your home address, your residence address, whatever address you want it to get delivered, that can be delivered. And if it is not for you, you want to buy for someone else, you can confirm with the address given and send it on that address just as a gift, just as a present. These all facilities are available because of ubiquity. Reduced shopping cost. Shopping cost, what is included in shopping cost? Actual cost which is posted or labeled as a tag to that particular product? No, this is not shopping cost. If something which is cheaper in Mumbai and costly in Pune, do we go to Mumbai for buying it? No. Why? Because traveling from Pune to Mumbai is around 150 kilometer, and two-way it is 300 kilometer. And in that way, when we have to travel and then buy something, our shopping cost goes at higher rate. Just for sake of buying something of 1,200 rupees, if we have to spend 300 to 400 rupees on traveling, that is not feasible. That makes no sense. And in such situation, our shopping cost gets reduced on account of internet, on account of e-commerce transaction. The last business significance is customer convenience enhanced. Enhanced means increased. Customer convenience. At my convenience, I can do my business. It's not that I am being a buyer, buying anything by sitting at home. These days we are working, having our lectures online. By sitting at my home, I am delivering lesson. I am delivering session to you all, those all who are at your residence. This is what customer convenience is. Now, one very simple question. What is the full form of e-commerce? I should have asked you in the beginning only. Yes, you heard my question.
Electronic commerce, sir.
Yes, This much time shouldn't be taken, my dear. Electronic commerce. All the when it comes to word commerce, it is meant for buying, selling, negotiation, having transaction relevant with business or relevant with personal selling, personal buying. All the things what we are doing for banking transaction, retail transaction, business transaction, they all are included in commerce. So e-commerce means electronic commerce done through help of internet and other softwares required as and when necessity arises, and nature of necessity, nature of transaction, what we are doing. The second important feature of e-commerce is global reach. Into bracket, it is explained in one sentence. Total number of users or customers an e-commerce business can have. When I am having a retail store located at heart of the city, I am proudly saying that most of the customers coming to marketplace are coming and visiting my retail store. It's not mandatory or not like that number of customers visiting or number of existing customers. Some of them just visit the store and leave it. But when it comes to internet or online shopping from retailers, from any company, number of visitors to that site and number of visitors who are interested in buying your product are much more than physically visited retail store. This virtual platform is much bigger and wider than actual platform, actual place which is located at market and where customers are coming and buying your product. Then after, it's your responsibility to make its delivery. Delivery as a task, delivery as a work can be outsourced also. Packing, delivering, collecting of money, these all factors are after service, after buying. But these can be done if customers are more and more in number, profit generated is higher. Now, in global reach, technological dimension, what dimension of technology gives global richness for people? Technology reaches beyond national boundaries. Any person residing in Australia or New Zealand want to have something from India or Sri Lanka, he can get it through e-commerce or internet, by online shopping or by softwares developed for reaching throughout the world. That may be educational courses, that may be medical treatment, that may be legal advice, that may be personal communication, that may be shopping, that may be some banking transaction. These all factors are relevant with global reach. Earlier, around 40 years ago, in decade 1980s, even in 1990s also, it was too difficult for one simple process to happen between two countries. What it takes 5 minutes today, it used to take 7 days. By making trunk call, by sending telegram, or by some other way of communication, people used to have business transaction, and that was taking and consuming too much time also. So this is how we are having global reach. What business significance or advantage global reach is giving us? Commerce is enabled across cultural and national boundaries seamlessly and without modification. One important example from business point of view, not customer's point of view, I am giving you here. This season between April, May, even in first 2 weeks of June also, you must have eaten ripen mango, isn't it? Alfonso, Devgad. But these all mangoes by ship and all of first quality mango, what we buy from market is not first quality. And we assume that it is one of the best what we are buying. They are all go to Gulf countries, Middle East countries like Dubai, United Arab Emirates, Qatar, Tehran, Abu Dhabi, and that is giving those businessmen very high price also. And it is applicable for first quality rice, standard species of fish, many types of food product which requires good quality cold storage, quality of garment which is number one really in quality, that all goes to rich countries. India, what we are using here, very few selected number of customers can afford to buy it. But in developed countries, when we export it, we are getting foreign currency and we are getting much more margin than Indian market. So what happens when we are having global reach through this internet or e-commerce, we can sell our in country's origin product which are produced in too high quantity and which are not much required, not much having market value in domestic market, that is sent to foreign market. And that way we are getting more benefit on account of foreign direct currency, foreign currency, and we are getting more margin too. So what is, this is the business significance. Marketplace includes potentially billions of consumers and millions of businesses worldwide. It's not that we are searching customers abroad. From India, we are searching customers in Australia, New Zealand, America, Japan, or any European country. We are searching businessmen also. We can have partnership with them and we can generate services or products which will be able to serve in a better way to our customers in our domestic market and their market too. Business to business transactions also happen on account of global reach, and business to consumer transactions also can be done on account of internet technology. Universal standards. What this statement and feature of e-commerce states? Standards that are shared by all nations around the world. One standard for all. There is no difference between India or any other country for standards. What is technological feature? Explain here for universal standard. There is one set of technology standard, namely internet standard. When we are using SAP in India, the same SAP that may be for HR payroll, that may be for material management, or that may be for any other specific work. The same SAP is used in USA, UK, Russia, China, Japan. What I mean to say, when I am doing 2 plus 2 is equal to 4, the same 2 plus 2 is equal to 4 comes in USA also. When I am adding 2 plus 2, 2 into 2, what happens? It becomes 4. When I add 2 into 2 in Japan, it will not be 5 or it will not be 6. It will be 4 only. That is what universal standards suggested here. All the softwares which are given as a service provider or business support entity, they all have universal standard. There is no partiality, no discrimination, no bias included in that service provided. Now, what is the profit or advantages for business in universal standards? Lower market entry cost, reduce product search cost, and by creating a single one world marketplace where price discovery becomes simpler, faster, and more accurate. This you must have experienced that you want to buy something. You are using internet. How much we are paying for 1 hour internet service taken on rent? Don't even count mobile package. We let us assume we don't have mobile, but we are known to, we are user friendly when we are working on internet. It's per hour for 60-minute charges is 20 rupees. Entry cost is low. Now, when we are searching product, search cost, and by creating a single one world marketplace, we can buy that particular product throughout that internet's all available sites. We can compare prices, we can assume quality, we can look to the features, design, color, size, shape, all the things included from different angles, photos taken. So that way it is simpler. Now the last one, business advantage, significance, easily find all the suppliers, prices and delivery terms of a specific product anywhere in the world. Anywhere in the world. Why it is said? Because when we are sending something by delivery to America, we do have certain shipment agencies like UPS, Blue Dart, DHL. They are business associate for any manufacturer and marketer, and they charge their charge is included in a retail price for that particular product. Richness, REACH and RICH. Please try to understand the difference. The complexity and content of a message. What is the technology dimension here given? Video, audio, and text messages are possible. With YouTube, we can send video message. With WhatsApp, we can send audio message. With SMS, we can send text message. These all facilities are available within our mobile. Business significance. What business significance richness do have? E-commerce technologies have changed the traditional trade-off between richness and the reach. The internet and web can deliver to an audience of millions rich marketing messages in a way not possible with traditional technologies like radio, TV, and magazines. Radio, TV, magazines, it takes efforts on the customer part that he have to look into, or he is required to listen that message. He is required to read that message, what product or service is for sale in a specific time and for limited duration. When it comes to internet, he can reach that product anytime he want, and maximum time he can search for, have sorting of the product or service he want. This is what relevant with richness. What TV, radio, and magazine cannot do. In one attempt, in a few minutes, an internet site can reach to the more number of customers what all put together TV, radio, and magazines cannot do. Interactivity. The next feature of e-commerce is interactivity. Two-way communication between business to business, business to consumer, consumer to consumer, business to government, government to business, and government to consumer. There are different ways and means of reaching and communication facility available in e-commerce. We can have online live session. We can go for internet chatting. We can go for any type of app that provides such facility to clear our doubts. If you are opening any website for a particular product, at right hand bottom corner, very quickly you will receive one message saying, "Hi, how may I help you? Welcome to our website for buying, purchasing XYZ product." And if you are buying it, and if you have any doubt, you can just type your message in few words, and clear cut message solving your problem, solving your query will come. This is what relevant with interactivity. This technology feature of interactivity in internet included suggests that technology that allows two-way communication between merchant and customer. It is not our perception that when we go to retail store, the seller or the employee at retail counter will have communication with us. And when it comes to internet, it is very rarely seen that people are having some communication with us. No. In initial stage of internet buying, this was happening with customer. Customer were reluctant to buy online. But these days, such type of queries are solved on phone also, by email, by message, by any app. You can get your queries solved. Now consumers are engaged in a dialogue that dynamically adjusts the experience to the individual and make the consumer a co-participant in the process of delivering goods to the market. Now, which is not possible in other mediums like TV and radio. For TV and radio, I can just look at the advertise, the theme of advertise, the feature of product just in few seconds described to me, which is limited one. Whatever is advertised on television channel, that cost huge amount for marketer, and they have to include this advertising cost in actual product price, which increases the price of product and decreases the number of customers. When it comes to radio message, these days radio messages are not being heard. Very few percent of entire population is listening radio, that's too for songs. Very clearly I would like to state here, radio's message is just heard. You cannot see the product, you cannot see the service, what they are offering to you. You just have to imagine how must be that product or service. So this is what limitation of radio message. But when it comes to internet technology, all features of product could be seen by you, and maximum time you wanted to see them. If you want to see the feature of a shoes, whether its sole will be made up of good quality raw material, will it be flexible, will it be smooth when I am walking, will it have color which I want to wear for, all these things you can see in internet technology. Similar to face-to-face experience, but on a massive global scale. Massive global scale means like you, there will be another few hundred thousand and lakhs of customers buying the same product on global scale from any country or any corner of the world. Information density. What is said here? Information density, total amount and quality of information available at all market participants. Available to all market participants. Who could be market participants when e-commerce transaction is happening? That may be raw material seller, manufacturer, advertiser, marketer, seller, buyer, stakeholder, shareholder, banker, customer, consumer, anybody who's market participant. Information density, total amount and quality of information available to all market participants. When being customer, I am visiting one site, and that site, when its website, how to buy, I am clicking, then I am going through different processes. Lastly, I am making payment. A raw material supplier also can visit that site. He will see what end product they are selling to customers, end buyers. Now, when he sees that particular product, he knows what raw material it is required for. And by knowing that or visiting that website, he will take contact information, contact number, email address, or whatever mode of contact communication is available there. And he can communicate that what raw material is used for manufacturing of your product. I can supply you at reasonable economical rate. That way the website is not just meant for customers who are buying product, but stakeholders also. And raw material supplier is one stakeholder when it comes to manufacturing process. So what is stated here? Technology reduces information cost and raises quality. Second important business significance is stated here. Information processing, storage and communication cost drop dramatically, while accuracy and timeliness improve greatly. By sending letter, by sending courier, by sending message on radio, TV, or by sending leaflet through News Daily, what communication effectiveness you cannot achieve, the same could be achieved while internet surfing. When we are surfing any website, we are very much curious what all are the features a product must be, what advantages it will have over actual visit to retail store, whether the price available at market and the price quoted on internet site, website have any comparison. These all factors we look into. Information becomes plentiful, cheap and accurate. In fact, information is flowing like waterfall. When it comes to internet, we get too much information, more than required. And when it comes to TV, audio or magazine, we get too less information, less than our expectation. So in information density, example given is price discrimination, in which a merchant can sell the same good to different targeted market with a different price. This facility or this advantage a merchant, a businessman can have. What product he is selling to Indians, he will not sell to Middle East country customers. He will have different price for Americans, Japanese and Germans on account of other cost included while selling that product. From Pune's Mawal Tehsil, around 1 crore rose goes to Europe market before Valentine Day. Now, those roses which are sent and exported have different price than Indian market. It's quite possible that the one rose which is available in Indian market at the rate 5 rupees, the same rose when they are selling it to European continents or European countries, it is sold at 8 or 10 rupees. So this is what different prices for different countries people. Personalization, the next feature of e-commerce. Targeting of marketing message to a specific individual by adjusting the message to a person's name, interest and past purchases. When an individual is a regular buyer of a particular product, he is assumed to be loyal customer, and on account of his loyalty, certain discount, additional or value added services can be given to him. Now what happens in technology dimension? Technology allows personalized messages to be delivered to individuals as well as groups. It's quite possible that after buying something through online sites, you are getting your personalized message on your phone in your mail ID stating thanks for buying our product and giving us opportunity to serve you. In future, we would like to have this cordial relationship with you for prolonged duration. And in next purchase, by having remembrance of past purchase, they will give you certain discounts too. What is significance they have here? Personalization of marketing messages and customization of products and services are based on individual characteristics. As an individual, even though I am surfing online sites, if someone is taking care of my presence, my existence, I get delighted. Apart from buying that product, they are taking care of my presence. That is satisfying or enhancing my ego, my esteem. So that way it is personalization helps in e-commerce. These all are features of e-commerce. Now there are certain metrics included for e-commerce business. We will look into them one by one. One minute. Okay, student, in last 10 minutes, I feel it's around 9 minutes are remaining. Now, what all are the features or metrics for e-commerce companies? And when we are assuming that e-commerce as a facility is much better compared with traditional business method, there are certain disadvantages also, or overall features are not all the time and all the way are considered to be good. These metrics we will look into. Sale conversion rate. Sale conversion rate. How much sales and conversion rate in uh, e-commerce site do have. This one example will clear what is meant by sale conversion rate. If 1,000 people visit a website per month, but only one among them makes a purchase, then the sales conversion rate is 0.001%. Out of 1,000 visited customer, only one customer is buying something. That makes sales conversion rate 0.001%, which is very, very low. If out of 1,000, 10 customers are getting converted, that makes 1%. Again, it is too low. Now, what happens? Why it is very low? Whatever site for customers' convenience we have created, website we have created as a marketer, it costs something to us. And we are paying charges on monthly, on quarterly basis for the same. Now, sales conversion rate, what it states further, even if you are having enough sales and there's an increase in customers visits, a low sales conversion rate indicates that there are glitches in your e-commerce platform which are driving away a huge percentage of visitors. Glitches means what? Glitches as a word, what parallel word you can suggest for glitches? That your site is not much impressive, not attractive, not giving convenience to your customers, and the features what included in your internet site are not impressive. As such, there are enough websites available on internet who are providing service sales for customers, and in that situation other sites which were searched by customers have comparison with your site and they are finding it better than yours. This is what called as glitches. Now in e-commerce platform, how user friendly, how convenient, how well impressive we are making it depends on our own efforts taken. What software we are using for buying or selling particular product, whether it is easy to operate, easy to handle for customers. Are we communicating customers quickly, giving them prompt reply, helping them, assisting them in buying? Those all things depends on that website. As a student, if you have visited any website for educational courses inquiry, you must have seen that they have email address, personal phone number, toll-free number, or virtual assistant given by anybody who's available 24/7. And that way, whenever you are, the moment you have any doubt, they are clearing it very fast. So this is what relevant with sales conversion ratio. When any website is having large number of visitors, it doesn't necessarily means that they all are getting converted into existing customer. Customers are divided mainly in three categories: potential customer, existing customer, and lost customer. Now these existing customers, on account of your visit or e-commerce platform, if they are remaining the same or to the contrary decreasing, that means your sales conversion ratio is too low. Just for sake of curiosity, people go through different websites, they search for different product, they have common most visited sites. When on account of certain situations in the market, political, social, cultural, most visited sites, most visited persons, most looked out Bollywood stars, all these things you must have heard. When it comes to e-commerce platform, if you have your own one platform, number of visitors in one working day or 24 hours in one clock hour day, if they are 1000 2000, at least 10% of it, 10%, I am quoting too high, between 0.5 to 10% at least should be your existing customer. Out of 105, out of 1050, then having that e-commerce platform is affordable for you, because creating e-commerce platform itself cost you something. So this is what sales conversion ratio. There are other 10-15 metrics included in this next subtopic, but I will not go ahead as it is almost 8:57. Now, this e-commerce performance evaluation parameters, what technological advances we do have over traditional business method, is explaining in overall all subtopics. Characteristics of e-commerce business. When you search by yourself, you will go to e-commerce, and very commonly you will come to know e-commerce happens between business to business, business to consumer, business to government, government to consumer. These 6 common types are explained here, and there is one diagram stating that what you can buy through internet site and how it is happening as an actual process. You go to internet site, you click on particular website, e-commerce platform, then you go for buy option. When you click buy option, certain varieties of products are displayed on screen. You click on one particular product, then you click on price, then you click on pay, then mode of option comes to you, online, net banking, e-payment, what I mean to say, phone pay, Paytm, Google Pay, or debit card, or credit card, then you make the payment, or you choose option payment after delivery, and that product is sent through courier services. That may be DHL, that may be Blue Dart, or that may be any local agency too. And that tracking of courier you can do through your mobile device. It is delivered to you, you open it, you see it, you check it, and then you pay it if you have chosen option payment after delivery. This way, all the e-commerce transaction for any common layman happens. So this is what relevant with business to consumer e-commerce transaction. Now it's already 9 o'clock. I will prefer to leave. Okay. Thank you. Bye. Good day.